assembly. In episode 1 we made the brake assembly, and then in 2 we made the throttle, the main mounting plate. Then we went on to 3, which was these brackets here, and then in episode 4 you'll have just seen we made the parts for the differential. And then in this episode we'll turn our attention to getting the keyways made in these. These are the drive gears that go in the diff here, and then we'll also turn this block of aluminium into the pulley that goes onto here. Welcome to episode 5. Okay, so now we're over at the arbor press. The idea is we're going to broach our 5mm keyway into the back of this pinion here. So I've got it in the fixture ready to go, and we need to pass this 5mm broach through there. And to do that we're going to use this guide bush here. I machined this from a little bit of hot rolled steel, turned the outer diameters on the lathe, and had a little bit of stock at the back here so I could hold it in the vise, and then put it onto the CNC machine. And I thought, well, okay, let's find out if this machine will machine the steel, and actually it worked really well. So I used a 3-flute carbide end mill, 0.5mm depth of cut, full slotting, and it was about 600mm per minute feed rate, and it was 5,000 RPM. I couldn't go much lower in RPM than that because it would tend to stall the motor. It's really a high-speed spindle, but that cut really well. A bit of oil on it, and if you can see in there, that's the finish that is left without any cleanup, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, so that goes into here. It's our guide bush, and then this is the broach. That goes into there.
It was at this point that my graphics card decided to die.
Oh, it looks like the graphics card's gone. There's a red light on the motherboard over there. It's not booting up. This might do it.
Well, that didn't work.
So these heat pipes have got absolutely red hot. Could barely touch them. It's probably been used every day, done good service. Let's get another one. Maybe we should go for a bit more power. Let's go and see what we can find. Okay, so this is the replacement. It's made by Asus. I think the chipset is a GeForce 760. So this is the old one. This has got 1 gig of RAM and 128 bits. This has got 2 gig of RAM and it's 256 bits. Importantly though, this one's got 2 fans, this one's only got 1, so it must be better. Little thermal blocks there on the GPU. So it takes up 2 slots. So we've got our VGA, DVI ports. I guess that's HDMI. Now this needs the additional, or it certainly needs the 8-pin power to connect to there. To be honest, as long as it fits and it does what the other one did, and it runs the CAD program, so Fusion's 360, I'll be happy. Alright, let's get it installed. That looks more promising. We're in business.
Before we go back to the arbor press, here I am on the CNC machine just relieving most of the keyway. This is a 3mm 2-flute carbide, just taking the bulk of material away, and then when I do the broaching operation it's less likely to break the broach because there's less force on the tool. So I'm clamping it down now, it's less likely to break the broach if it's clamped in place. Here's the guide bush we made earlier, and then finally the broach itself. As you can see, they're quite long and slender. Plenty of oil going on to help it on its way.
Need to make sure I catch it. It comes out the other side. Hey, you can see some of the chips that come off that. Just lots of tight curls. It's good.
Here I'm adding a 0.8mm shim just to pack the broach out, ready to take the next cut. In goes the second shim just to pack the broach out, ready for the next cut.
Okay, so the second one's now complete. So I've got both bevel gears and 5mm keyways in. So next job is to get them back in the fixture, over to the CNC machine, and we need to drill for the locking grub screw. Okay, so over at the CNC machine you can just about see the pinion there back in the fixture. I've got it lined up, we're 90 degrees to the keyway, so we're about to drill this hole, ready to be tapped for the grub screw. Right, first job, just deburr it. I've run out of M5 grub screws, so I've just grabbed a socket head screw and we'll just make sure that fits. Yeah, it's fine. Right, we'll do the other one and bring you back. Guess we've got both pinions finished off now, so you can see the M5 tapped hole there, about 90 degrees to the key. Got that on the other one as well. Okay, so they're bored out to the right side as well, so those are done. Okay, I'm just holding those in place there, but you can give you a rough idea of what they're going to look like. So the grub screws will lock those onto the shaft, and then the keyway that you can just about see down there, that will provide the drive. Okay, so that part of the differential is finished. Yeah, it starts to take shape now, nearly there. So the teeth are looking good, hole's looking good, the chamfer's good. Yeah, nice finish on that. So this flange here will stay on, that will form part of the belt retention, but I've got to take the edge off that in the lathe and turn that down to the final size, put the chamfer on, and then there's a recessed pocket in the back here that engages with this part, this flange on the diff here. So we'll do that in the lathe. Okay, so we've now got it dialed in fairly concentric on this bore, so we're within about 0.02, maybe 0.03. About 0.05. So there's the high there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right, we're just going to check the bore again. Okay, we centralised on the bore, then we just check that face, now we're just going back to the bore. It's not really moved. Okay, we're ready. Right, let's see if it fits. Okay, there's the completed diff housing, complete with HTD 5 pulley. Hold on. Oh dear. Excuse me.